What's good, everybody? It's your man Dale Saint. Time for a Dale Short. Happy Friday. I hope all is well and you're in. We got to talk about this whole Budweiser thing, man. You know, Bud Light decided to pursue this guy, this young dude, this Dylan Mulvaney, and they wanted him to promote their product, and dude did it. Right? Did exactly what he was paid to do. Now Budweiser is sitting back and they don't want to take responsibility for something they did. Obviously, it's a problem. I think their stocks are down somewhere between 3 and 5 billion, right? And the CEO doesn't want to hold the L. This is what I don't like about today's world. You got to own it. The good, the bad, and the horrific. You got to own it. This is from the Michael Knowles show. Please check him out on YouTube. You know what I mean? I've watched some of his stuff. I watched this. So let's check this out and see what's going on.
Anheuser-Busch is clearly worried, as we've got new headlines today, that the Bud Light leadership did not know about this. This was done behind their backs by lower level people in marketing, and they're investigating everything right now.
You see what I'm saying? How is it you don't know? And if you didn't know, don't tell anybody. The buck stops here. Remember that? I'm in charge. This is my command. If something goes wrong, come talk to me about it. If he didn't know what was going on, and he being the entire C-suite, if they did not know what was going on, shame on them. Don't sit here and try to point over there at some other people, or really point down there at the bottom, at the people on the bottom. You at the top for a reason, bro.
According to anonymous sources in the media, no one at the senior level of the company was aware of Bud Light's polarizing partnership with Mulvaney. The company is looking into pausing those marketing efforts. They're trying to implement a more robust process for evaluating future influencer partnerships.
That's what the young kids today call cap. That's all BS, bro. They knew. Someone at the senior level had to sign off on this. Someone. So we're going to put it on someone, a lower level people. You're going to put it on that marketing VP. It's not her fault. Y'all hired her to do exactly what she did. She was out there on podcasts telling the world what her plan was. Telling the world how she felt about the brand. Y'all got to hold the L.
That, to me, that anonymous source to the journos, that doesn't read like someone just leaking information from the boardroom. What that reads to me is a crisis consulting team was brought in to Bud Light to figure out what the hell to do about this, because the backlash against Dylan Mulvaney was far greater than Bud Light expected.
And that's what it boils down to. They miscalculated at the top. The people at the top didn't understand just how powerful YouTube is and what it could spark. Shame on them. And they brought in a consultant. Listen, Budweiser, next time y'all screw up, I mean, how much did y'all spend on that consultant, man? 10, 20, 30 million for the consultant team to come in? Yo, man, just throw me like 4 million, bro. Just give me 4 million. I'll come in there and tell you what to do. It's real easy. Turn the camera on and say, yo, we blew it and we'll do better in the future. That's it. And then go do your marketing campaign that includes everybody. LGBTQ, right? It's the white collar, the blue collar, right? All communities. Identify each and every community that y'all talking about y'all want to reach. And then find someone within that community and send them some cans with their face on it, bro. Done. Look at that, man. Look how much money I could save you. Just come holler at your boy.
Buy this stuff for a second. No one at the senior level knew about this. Give me a break. This contradicts what Bud Light had previously said. Bud Light had already issued a statement defending the Mulvaney sponsorship decision. The VP of marketing at Bud Light had on video touted her mandate to make the brand more inclusive. But even, okay, let's say she's a rogue VP at the company itself issued a statement. The company issued a statement confirming the partnership with Mulvaney and describing it as an attempt to, quote, authentically connect with audiences across various demographics and passion points.
She said what she was going to do and she did it. And let's talk about y'all product too, bro. Like, I'm not a beer drinker, but when I do mess around, I want something in my hand. It's not a Bud or a Bud Light, bro. It's, you know what I mean? I mean, maybe a Corona. I know that's one of y'all brands. Maybe a Corona. But most of the time, man, it's some IPA somewhere, man. I just be holding on it, sipping on it, whatever. Um, y'all products is so nasty that people are willing to buy it and shoot it in some sort of protest. If the makers of Hennessy did something like this, where they pay some YouTuber who identifies as being black and was given the worst stereotypes of my community of people who look like me in order to sell this product, the cognac Hennessy, I'm not taking my Hennessy outside and shooting it. Best believe I ain't doing that, especially at the cost of buying a bottle of Hennessy these days. No, I might not buy any more Hennessy. I might go over to Cavassier or something like that, which I wouldn't want to do, but I'll find a substitute, but I would not destroy the product I've already bought because the stuff is good. I like it. So people are buying your product, taking it outside and shooting it. That should tell you something right there.
And that didn't play. The initial sponsorship didn't play very well, certainly among a lot of Bud Light's audience. Then the doubling down on it didn't play very well. And so I'm sure they just brought in a crisis consulting team to say, okay, here's how you've got to back away from this. And it's brilliantly done by whichever crisis consultant, communications consultant wrote this up. Because Bud Light, if Bud Light doubles down, as they did with their statement, on the Mulvaney partnership, then they alienate their core base of frat boys and construction workers and regular dudes who like to drink a domestic beer at the bar.
He's got a point, you can't double down on it, but you can go out and go deeper into the community. You can find people in that community who are just like us. They're like everyone else. They're just doing their thing. They're hardworking. You know what I mean? They believe in what they believe in. They're not afraid to fight. You could go get some people that are not cartoonish about it and put their face on the can. There's ways to go about this, y'all. But Budweiser just blew it.
But if Bud Light runs away from Mulvaney, they'll irritate the liberal mob, which does not represent the Bud Light customer base, but which wields all the political power in the country. So then Bud Light could be canceled for that, and they'll find themselves in a worse mire than they were before. So what do? They create what I am convinced is a false conflict between the senior leadership and the people at the lower level. And they say they're looking into this and they're investigating this. So they get credit among the conservatives for saying, yeah, this is crazy. We agree with you, conservatives. But they don't arouse the ire of the liberals because they portray this as, well, the young people at Anheuser-Busch are turning this thing around and they support trans rights, and just hold on a little longer and those senior people, they'll have aged out of the company and there will be. This is classic crisis communications consultant gobbledygook from a company that is scrambling to make sense of a very bad decision, but a company that has not learned a damn thing about why.
They made a decision, man, they should stick to it. Hey, yo, this is what we did. 10 toes down, it is what it is, and make it right. I just don't like the fact that they're out here wagging the dog. And to my conservative brothers and sisters out there, if y'all fall for this, bro, I'm gonna have to start looking at y'all a certain way. I already do. With a lot of stuff that y'all give a pass to. I already do. I understand y'all like, Donald Trump. Y'all know I'm not a Donald Trump fan. I'm not hating on him. But the indictment, come on now. You know what I mean? People out there with Clarence Thomas, same thing. You gotta call a spade, man. Simply because they align with your ideals or whatever, you on their team don't mean they can't do anything wrong. So, and my thing, before anybody get all out of pocket, I'm not on the left, I'm not on the right. Unrestricted free agent right here. I'm a masterless samurai, y'all. I'm Ronin when it comes to it. I back whoever has my back. You feel me? I vote my pocketbook. I vote what's best for my family. I don't care what team they own. You know what I mean? Democrat or Republican, red or blue, I don't care. You could be a Whig, you could be a Federalist, I don't care. Be an independent, I don't care. I don't rock with the commies though. No communists, I don't rock with that. You know what I mean? I don't rock with the socialists. You know what I mean? But the Republicans and the Democrats, they tend to like rocking with the socialists, bailing out the banks, bailing out people who don't want to work, the lazy folks. That's a whole nother conversation. But Budweiser, man, y'all got to do better. Own it. Get old school. Get retro with it. The buck stops here. Yo, we miscalculated. We apologize. We're going to do better. I would do that. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that, man. I'm DL Sam. We'll talk to y'all later. Peace.